Revelio. Do you want to win this Harry Potter themed mystery box? Stick around to the end of the video to know how. Hi, it's Kieran here at Raw Review, and Futurama has many classic episodes that have delighted fans again and again. All sorts of adventures can happen in this futuristic world. Many episodes are homages to classic stories, especially other well-known science fiction works. Some Futurama stories are so popular that they've even got their own follow-up episodes. Some episodes are fun to watch simply because they are just that funny, while other episodes left their mark by being emotional and heart-wrenching. What helps these episodes worthy of my top 10 is either a signature scene, musical numbers, or even a special guest appearance. Some Futurama stories make an impression on viewers with its ending, especially when they answer the show's driving questions. So join me as we dive into this top 10 list. So here at number 10 is Parasite's Lost. Parasite's Lost starts out when Fry eats an egg salad sandwich past its prime, giving him parasites. The crew use tiny robot copies of themselves to take a fantastic voyage-inspired journey inside of him to fight the worms. However, it turns out that the worms were actually helping Fry become stronger and even smarter, which might give him a better chance with Leela. In fact, with the help of the worms, this episode marks the first time Fry was able to tell Leela how he actually feels about her. Unfortunately, this all makes Fry question if Leela could ever really love him or just the person the worms created. Fry ultimately gives up the parasites and tries to improve himself on his own merits. The worms will later reappear in episode Parasites Regained. At number 9, we have Leela's homeworld. For most of the early series, it's a driving question just where Leela, who believes herself to be an alien abandoned on Earth, actually came from. This is finally resolved in this episode, although it was hinted at beforehand. Leela becomes more desperate to learn about her origins after winning an award from the orphanarium that raised her. Meanwhile, Bender starts a sewer disposal service, earning the wrath of the sewer mutants. Naturally, the two storylines intertwine when the mutants abduct Bender, Fry and Leela. In the sewers, Leela encounters two hooded figures who appear to have been stalking her for her entire life. To her horror, Leela suspects that they killed her parents and have some sinister purpose for her. At the last second, however, the truth comes out. The two sewer mutants are Leela's parents who sent her to the surface world, passing her off as an alien for a better life. In the final scene, viewers see how Leela's parents have always watched over her for her entire life. Here at number 8, we have Reincarnation. Reincarnation presents the cast of Futurama in 3 different styles. First, viewers see Futurama as it would have been as a Rubber House cartoon, like something straight out of Fleischer Studios. Fry wants to give Leela something to show her he loves her, and the opportunity arises when the professor sends the crew to a comet made of diamondium. In the end, Fry accidentally creates a new colour for her, all shown in the cartoon's black and white glory. The second short places the cast in an 8-bit video game, where the professor worries he's solved all the mysteries of the universe. The final short is a parody of various anime, where the cast have to fight off an incoming alien invasion, while taking the mickey out of early English dubs. Allegedly, a claymation short has also been considered, which some fans hope could be made one day. Here at number 7, we have The Sting. The Sting starts up with the Planet Express crew getting honey from dangerous space bees. While the crew manages to board the ship in time, a bee Leela brought on board attacks her, but Fry ultimately sacrifices himself to save her. Leela, already blaming herself for Fry's death, is haunted by dreams of Fry begging her to wake up. It appears that the dreams are a result of the space honey that Leela's been eating, but giving it up would mean that she'll never see Fry again. The story's twist ending reveals that the whole adventure, well, at least after the initial sting, was a dream. Fry made a complete recovery after the attack, as Leela was the only one exposed to the venom which placed her in a coma. Fry had stayed by her side the whole time, begging her to wake up. Here at number 6, we have Stench and Stenchability. This episode is a love story starring Dr. Zoidberg. After being rejected by the way he smells, Dr. Zoidberg starts a relationship with a friendly flower seller named Marianne, who was born with no sense of smell. But this ultimately puts Dr. Zoidberg in a dilemma. He can perform a surgery that can restore her sense of smell, but risk losing her forever. Seeing Marianne heartbroken over never being able to smell her beloved flowers, Zoidberg decides to help her. Fortunately, Marianne likes Zoidberg's scent and ends up repulsed by the smell of flowers, proving that fragrance is in the eye of the beholder. The love story ends with Mariana dumping Zoidberg, as in literally dumping him into his dumpster home as part of her new garbage collecting job. The two share a kiss and happily ride off together. The episode brings to mind many famous stories such as My Fair Lady, City Lights, and even Beauty and the Beast. As this was the penultimate episode for the show's Comedy Central run, many fans like to think that this was the show's way of giving Zoidberg a happy ending. At the midway point, we have Yo Leela Leela. This episode is Futurama's take on the world of children's entertainment. Leela wants to tell a story to the children at her old orphanarium, but doesn't have much talent for it. One day she comes up with a story about a colourful land filled with adorable characters out of the blue. Leela's stories get so popular that she lands a TV deal with the local businessman Adna Double Deal. However, it soon comes to light that Leela based her stories on tiny friendly aliens from another planet. Despite this, the story ends happily though, with the aliens getting a cut of the deal and the orphans getting adopted to help work on their show. If anything, the story ends happily for Leela as well, who begs to the heavens to give her some sort of comeuppance. The episode gives shout-outs to various children's shows such as Dora the Explorer to SpongeBob SquarePants. In fact, SpongeBob's own voice actor, Tom Kenny, is the voice of Double Deal. Here at number 4 we have Roswell That Ends Well. This episode answers the question as to what landed in Roswell all those years ago. It was of course the Planet Express crew after a microwave mishap made them time travel. Getting back won't be easy as the commercial microwave hasn't really been released yet. Zoidberg gets captured by the military, though he's just happy to be meeting new people. Meanwhile, Fry meets a man he believes to be his grandfather, although his real identity turns out to be one of the show's most infamous twists. Everything comes together when the crew realise they could have just stole a microwave dish from the military base. Much of the humour is delivered by the mixing of the timelines, like Leela trying to buy a microwave using the 1990s slang. Notably, this episode was the only one during the original run to win an Emmy. Here at number 3 we have Fry in the Slurm Factory. This episode is Futurama's take on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, except this is revolving around Slurm, a popular drink in the future. Fry wins a contest earning a tour of the Slurm Factory, ending in a party with its mascot Slurms Mackenzie. The factory first appears like something straight out of Roald Dahl's original book, complete with its Grunkalunka workers. Unfortunately, Fry gets so thirsty during the tour he falls into the Slurm River. Leela jumps into the river to save him, followed by Bender who didn't want to be left out. Separated by the group, they learn that Slurm is really secreted by the worm-like Slurm Queen. The three nearly meet their doom at the hands of the Slurm Queen and her minions, but escape thanks to Slurm's Mackenzie sacrificing himself. In the end, however, Fry realises that Slurm is too delicious to expose its dark secret. Slurm's Mackenzie, who turns out to be something of a fan favourite, actually turns up later in the episode The Impossible Stream. Here at number 2 is The Devil's Hands Are Idle Playthings. This episode served as Futurama's finale during its original run. Fry, in another attempt to win Leela's love, tries to improve his skills with a holophone, a musical instrument that produces holograms. The only solution seems to be making a deal with the robot devil, earning a pair of skilled robot hands. With his new skill, Fry even conducts a lavish holographic opera based around Leela. Unfortunately, the robot devil wants his hands back and schemes to get them back, going as far as to nearly trick Leela into marriage. Fry's opera, or at least the ensuing showdown, is considered a highlight of the series. After all, once the robot devil interrupts the performance, even the characters can't believe everyone is just ad-libbing. While Fry's opera doesn't turn out as planned, the story at least ends on a tender moment between Fry and Leela. And taking the top spot we have Meanwhile. This episode shows Fry finally ask Leela to marry him. Luckily, the professor's new invention, a time button, gives him a chance to make the proposal as perfect as possible. Unfortunately, the button only goes back 10 minutes. This proves to be a problem when Fry falls off a building and too much time has passed for him to reset it. The professor and the rest of the Planet Express crew come to the rescue, but the time button ends up broken, trapping Fry and Leela in frozen time, and we get to see the two of them grow old together. However, the professor reappears and offers them a chance to return to their lives, making more stories possible. For many fans, the story served as a decent, if open-ended, happy ending for the series. Even the episode's tagline, Avenge Us, proved important when the next episode on the Hulu reboot, Impossible Stream, opened with Avenged. So there we have it guys, my top 10 Futurama episodes. And I want to say a massive thank you for watching, and let me know in the comments below what is your favourite Futurama episode. And if you want to win this magical Harry Potter themed mystery box, all you need to do are these 3 simple things. Number 1, leave a like on this video. Number 2, leave a comment on any of my videos. It could be just as simple as a heart emoji. And number 3 is the most important, make sure you are subscribed. And one lucky random subscriber will be announced on the 30th of September. You can even hit that bell icon to keep up to date with my latest uploads and giveaways, such as my comic book giveaways every fortnight. And before I go, make sure you demolish that like and subscribe button. So with all of that being said, I will see you in the next one, but until then, take care.